All right, so I want to tell you quickly how and what you should do after you do your robotic affirmations. Say you've been doing your robotic affirmations for some time now, and it has not manifested the way you want, or it hasn't fully manifested yet. You've changed your life somewhat because you changed your inner belief. The reason robotic affirmation works, we all know it, is the subconscious. It affects how you think about life and what goes on around you. The next step after that, the step above robotic affirmation, or the step after, I wouldn't put it above, because robotic affirmation and changing your subconscious mind is very, 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 very important. But the next step is a belief system and a question. You have to pose a question to the creator or the source. I call it the source because it's the source of all of us. I believe that my AirPod case is the source. It's just the same way as I believe my arm is the source. I'm the source, you're the source, we come from the same thing. So that's the belief. We all come from the same thing. When the Bible said the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, they were referring to one thing, the source. If that one thing wouldn't be divided into three categories, he was three things at once, but he was also God, the source. Just as I'm in a hotel room, so I've been doing some traveling, so this is like a hotel computer. But the largest tree, the largest organism on the planet is this tree called Pando. It's massive. It's about, I want to say, 47,000 tree trunks, and they're all the same organism. 47,000 tree trunks, and they span like 40,000 acres or something, some crazy number like that. So largest organism on Earth. Also, there's this fungus called the humongous fungus. I didn't make that name up, that's just the name. And it spans about 2,240 acres and weighs about 35,000 tons. And it's just a bunch of mushrooms, bunch of fungus. Humongous fungus. So that's kind of like an analogy to what the source is. We're all one organism. We're interconnected in some way. Kind of like how the largest tree is 47,000 tree trunks, but they're all connected in some sort of root system. That's the same way the source works. That's how you want to think of it. Now, the next step, after you have that belief in you, you need to ask. If you are that system, part of that system, who are you asking? Are you asking yourself, technically? Yes, you're asking yourself, but at the same time, asking the source for your manifestation. So what I do when I ask, after I've done my robotic affirmation, I've changed my subconscious to believe I have my goal, I ask myself, why am I so wealthy? 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 Why am I so abundant? Why am I so wealthy? What I usually do is, after days and days, usually like 21 days of robotically affirming at night, right before I go to bed, as I get into stats, on the 22nd day, if my mind, if I feel my mind has changed, and I feel what I want is mine, I would start to ask myself, why? Why am I so, whatever you want. Why am I so happy with my SP? Why, whatever you want, you need to phrase the question as if you're asking yourself, why? Why I am. Specifically say I am. Why am I, or why I am. I try to phrase the question. I come up with some creative way to phrase it in such way that it points towards my manifestation specifically. If it's like, why am I making $100,000 a month? Why am I making $100,000 a month? Then what happens now you can contribute it to science or spirituality. The science way of explaining it is once you ask yourself the question, your brain naturally and subconsciously starts giving you solutions. The spirituality way of saying it is you're talking directly to the source. You're talking directly to yourself. You're the source, but you're digging deeper than that. You're asking the question to the Almighty Source. When I say Almighty Source, my wife, she prays all the time. She'll pray, and she'll pray to Mother Krishna or Lord Shiva, which are Hindu gods. And when I pray, I wouldn't pray to a specific god. I would pray to the source, I am. And that might offend some religious people out there, but that's just how I go about things now, after I've been studying Neville Goddard and the law of assumption and how to manifest. And it really does seem to work. You guys need to give it a try. Trying to think if I have any more pointers or tips here. All right, so you need to believe that you are the source and say I am. You need to ask yourself the question and phrase it in such a way that it invites your manifestation into reality. And then you also should continue all your other efforts. That's one tip I would give. Don't just do this now and forget about your robotic affirmation. If robotic affirmation has been making you feel better and has been working for you, don't drop it. This is just the next step I want you to include if your manifestations haven't worked out. Some people are very lucky and they're so abundant and they're so like their mind is so easy that it helps them create things effortlessly, right? But other people need that second step. They need that belief into the I am, the consciousness, and they need to ask the consciousness that question. And that's how this works. I don't know how this video turned out because I'm in a hotel conference room right now. It might be a little echoey and crazy, but see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching.